Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. Tonight, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign that we're calling Beneath the Boneyard, playing Jeff Talanian's incredibly cool Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. With me tonight are the stars of the Beneath the Boneyard campaign. I'll go left to right here, guys. We've had some characters phase out again and some characters phase back in. First up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm playing Sagramore, a paladin who doesn't know exactly what god he's serving, but knows that it's a lawful good god.
Nice. Next up is Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Neorian. He is an assassin halfling, and I am drinking Long Branch.
Nice. Very nice. And last but not least is Steve-O.
Okay, refreshing. Hopefully you can see my beautiful face.
Yeah, let's see here. Do you see your smiling face in Roll20?
I do, and I see Arlen.
Yeah.
He's stroking his beard presently. And
yeah, I do not see you.
Oh, you can't see my fabulous new shirt I got at Lamley's last night.
Oh, are you stampeding it up?
Oh, you have no idea.
That's terrific. For those listening at home, at time of recording, we're a week off from where I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We have our annual Stampede coming up, the Calgary Stampede. So expect a lot of Western wear. I really, if I was smarter, I would have planned ahead for a session of what do you call it? Of Down Darker Trails. The horror Western to time with the Stampede. I guess I still have time for that.
Well, there's time for that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got a homework now. Thanks for that.
As an hour for the Stampede, I have to shamelessly plug it. Hey, world, come to the Stampede. It's one of the biggest events in the world.
Nice. Cool. And Steve, for tonight, though, who are you playing?
Tonight, I am Nargul on another planet. I am a vampiric woodland magician.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Now, what I'm going to... Oh, Dave is not here just yet, too. Yeah, I'll phase... Hold on. I got rid of the wrong person here, didn't I? I did. Neorian is here. Vargo. I was thinking for some reason that Dave was playing the halfling again. I'm putting Neorian out there. Okay, so guys...
One more important thing.
Yep.
I'm drinking Rangeland rye whiskey.
Ooh, look at you.
Ooh,
hell yeah. Nice. Living large tonight. All right, so let's see here. The guys, where do we leave things off last session? What do you remember from our last encounter?
Oh, lots happened.
Yeah.
So there was the other room, the earlier room that we basically cleared out it and all of the close around rooms because we did the puzzle in the main room and fought the things that were in all of the other rooms.
That's right. Sagramore had quite the personal experience, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's got brand new chainmail to show for it.
Yum. Pretty cool.
Nice.
So you guys had made your way into this room, and let's just give a refresher to reorient ourselves here. Oh, hey, Eldritch. I see Eldritch in chat. So in this room, what you see on the to your right, I suppose, as you enter the room there, Sagramore and Neorian, there is... One sec here. Whew, the walls of this wide room are covered with murals depicting a man performing a variety of heroic tasks, driving a sword into a fearsome metallic bull, defending a village from a scowling specter, delivering an impassioned speech to several knights, all of whom seem dressed nearly identically to your raiment, Sagramore, and so on. The man has a large mustache and flowing hair. We've, of course, become, over the last couple of sessions, very familiar with this character. This is, I think it's Irvin Roslar. Roslar, sorry. The western end of this room, he wears, in each of these, he has a large mustache, long flowing hair. and a breastplate adorned with a symbol of, or on one corner, a pair of winged rapiers, and on the other, that same symbol that you had on your tabard, the down-facing sword with a star or sunburst behind it. The western end of this room contains an enormous statue of the man atop a rearing horse, carrying a lance in one hand and a shield in the other. And the shield appears to be identical to the shield that you now bear, Sagramore. Hallways exit this room to the north and south, one of which you came through. The other one is a closed door at present, but it has that same symbol on it. Let's see here. That same relief of Roslar's face. And then at the other end of the room, you hear the sound of metallic boots kind of clanging on the ground. One sec here. I need to... where is it? Stop that. One got echo from somebody. We'll feedback back.
Feedback.
Oh, did we just have someone join us? Let's see here. Who's that? Hey, it's Dave J. Fortier.
At DaveJForte.com and on Twitter.
Let me move Vargosh back over to the correct location here. Locazione. So Dave will be joining us momentarily in Roll20. So there we go. You want to hear? So one of the downsides, guys, in the coming months, I mentioned before we went live that Hangouts is going away. So the way that we normally stream this is actually going away, and I'm going to have to make use of a third-party program to capture the video and then stream it through the channel. The upside to it is that that program will capture all of the audio, including the sound effects that we use.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like chewing?
Like chewing, like my incessant use of wind in the what do you call Reavers of Tula campaign. Like the dungeon sounds that you guys currently hear. So I am, as much as it's going to make, for some extra work, I think will be worth it in the long run. So that's going to be kind of cool. Dave, we just finished kind of doing a hashing of what happened last session and where we now find ourselves, which is to say entering that new, larger room. So what are you guys, you hear that, the sound over here, clank, 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 clank of booted metal shod feet going along. Now, what are you guys going to do?
Wait, we hear someone coming?
You hear someone coming from down in this direction. Yeah. Clank, 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 and like at an accelerated rate.
Oh, shit.
What are you guys going to do?
I'd say shield wall, but Sagramore's the only one using a shield, so.
Now,
yeah,
I have prestidigitation, so if we could like conceal ourselves a little bit, I could like distract them, and we could
get the jump on them.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys roughly 1 minute to discuss this, and then we'll dropping into starting now.
Well, Neorian pulls out his crossbow.
Yeah,
okay.
Maybe get on the other side of us, away from the noise, and maybe if Nargul comes into the room, Sagramore and Vargosh will hold the line.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Love it.
And Nargul on the other side.
Yeah, you want to be
you can
behind
probably cast.
I don't know. My blade ward is pretty powerful.
and Nargul, you can concentrate on something. True Strike, is it called? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So we might want to buff that so that we can.
And True Strike, I think, has a range of touch. So you might want to be a little closer. And
Vargosh says, "Hold the line. Stay with me.
nice.
You find yourself alone, riding in green fields with the sun on your face. You're not in trouble.
Oh,
You're
hey.
Elysium.
Before
You're
we
already
start-
dead."
Speaking of which, Dave, you get to start the session with an extra point of Astonishing Fortune because you wrote a pretty badass poem. Before we jump into this, do you want to read off your poem?
No.
Okay.
I really want to eat my sandwich, and
Okay.
maybe later.
Okay. So then, yeah, but just you will still, however, have the benefit of that extra point of Astonishing Fortune. So, guys, let's have everybody declare their actions, please. We're not rolling for surprise, and let's see here. Who is going to start rolling initiative, guys, or do you want me to roll randomly to assign that?
Do we say like hold?
I'll randomly assign. Jeffrey, you are rolling initiative.
Okay.
So, oh. So wait for everyone to declare. No, not yet.
Oops.
Yep, you have to re-roll. But okay. And Jeff, you're going to beat my 5.
Good. My 2 didn't do it.
Exactly.
Try again. My 1.
Your 1. Jeff, your illustrious reign as roller of initiative has come to a crashing end. All right, so everyone's declared their actions. Now, let's see here. We got melee. We got held action. Okay, so first up is, I guess, melee. So, Vargosh, no one is...
This is only a first round. I can't melee, right?
Well, if these were lesser foes, you would have multiple attacks. These are not lesser foes, however. So no, you cannot do melee both rounds. And remember that you can move half your speed, but if what you're intending to do is wait for them to get in on you, you might want to hold your action like what Neorian did.
So that's a hold melee, or do you...
That would be yeah. Well, as long as you know what your hold is, I'm fine with that. Although it looks like Sagamore's running up, so.
No, we're just a little bit too far back for me to actually engage if they pop out, so I'm just stepping up 1.
Got it. Okay. All right, guys. So first things up here, let's so melee is up first. If anyone is attacking, you can move half their speed now. New missile. No one's got missile. Magic, Nargol, what are you doing?
Who wants it? Who wants the old two-strike? Okay. I'm going to go with Vargosh.
Go with who?
Vargosh.
Vargosh, you got +1 to hit.
Ooh.
Mist kind of surrounds you, and you are getting the benefit. Now it's move. You guys are up first. If anyone wants to move on first phase, go bananas.
I'll have to move 1 more. Okay. Now I can cover both doors.
Okay. And you hear clank, 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 clank as what comes whipping around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there you go. Clank, 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 clank. And these are, of course, the robed, strange, metallic, skeletal creatures that you guys saw. One of them was shattered and broken on the floor, and one of them faced Vargosh before. Clank, 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 clank. Clank, 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 clank. Okay.
Do they have weapons in their hands?
They do. Their hands have these short swords in them. Vicious-looking things. Okay. And so that is the end of first phase. Second phase, top of the round is melee. Second more, you got you on melee.
Don't they get to go first?
Oh yeah, they won initiative.
They
right?
won initiative. So I'm double checking the rules because there's rules for engaging on the first engagement. If you have a longer weapon, I don't remember how much
longer.
Too longer. Okay, then I'm not.
No, unfortunately.
Too longer. Wow, that's got to be something crazy long.
Well,
It's designed to simulate like having a spear or a pike or something, right?
Yeah, like if you're using a sword, you're using a spear against someone using a dagger. On the first round, where you crash into each other, you get to attack first, regardless of the initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. It's a cool. Conan 2D20 does something similar, but I like this one too. All right, so this first one comes racing in, and as it does, it kind of crosses the swords, and there's this sort of like, kind of bluish energy that forms, and it brings them apart. And this bluish energy sort of washes over you, Sagramore, as it crashes into you. Would you kindly give me a sorcery save, please?
Yes.
Sorcery save. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so this thing disintegrates over your, or as against your, what do you call it? Your holy armor. Your faith is much sturdier than its sorcery. Next one, same thing. Another sorcery save, please. Success again. Nice. So again, it fails. Then Vargosh, one comes running around the corner. Would you kindly give me a sorcery save?
Yikes.
Now, you will drop prone and remain there unless you could spend a point of Astonishing Fortune to get an auto success on your save. That sounds like a plan. Okay, so you shake that off again, and then another one comes in, and I think this one's just going to attack.
Wow.
And let's see here, who's going to attack? Actually, I'll attack Sagramore. Sagramore, what is your melee AC right now?
My melee AC, assuming that my chainmail does not have any enchantments or anything, is 4.
It's 4, okay?
Wow.
Fucking 2 hits. I rolled really well. That's not indicative of your crappy new chainmail, as I rolled quite well. All right, so you take 8 points of damage. Sorry, 3 points of damage and 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Your what do you call it? DR will apply against that.
Yeah. So 6.
Okay. 6. So this thing it slashes too. These are these are not like your typical stabbing kind of short swords. These are slashing and sharp on the edge as well as on the point. Now it is your guys' turn for melee. Who wants to go? We got Sagramore and we got Vargosh declared melee in this phase. And Vargosh gets +1 to hit thanks to the True Strike.
Kill him.
Here, I'll take a swing.
Yeah, I think Dave got home a little late, so
Oh.
Ugh.
That's not so good.
That's not so good at all.
That's not so good either.
Jeez. Okay, so you're getting the, loosening up, getting the kinks out with some nice limber, overly broad strokes that they easily avoid.
Yeah, we should have stretched beforehand.
Yeah, I think that's key here. Okay, so that I think is it for melee. Missile, bless you.
All right, here we go.
And
boom.
oh no!
Wow.
Oh man. Okay, let's see.
Lord.
Give me a D6 roll. 1 to 3. It's Vargosh. 4 to 6. It's Sagramore. So Sagramore, go ahead and make your attack. Sagramore? What's your missile AC right now?
Missile AC is 3.
It's 3.
Although, actually, it's probably 5 because I don't get the bonus of the shield.
Yeah, because the shield's facing the other way.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
missile AC of 5.
Oof, go ahead and make your attack again there, Neorian.
Oh, I see you roll again.
Yeah, you make a second. So you do have there's a chance you'll miss him.
Of course not.
So Sagamore, you take 5 points of damage. DR does apply to that. So you're shot right in the back. Oh, although
Did we start with Astonishing Fortune each?
Yep, everyone starts with a point of Astonishing Fortune, so you could spend that and re-roll if you want, Neorian.
Well, isn't there other better methods for saving people's lives than just not shooting them once?
Yes, probably. Yeah.
I'll save it for even more dire.
All right.
Vargosh uses his point. Vargosh uses his point. He sees Neorian lining up the bolt, and at the last second, he pushes Sagamore, just nudges him so his body twists sideways, and the bolt goes whizzing past.
Nice. So skitters off the armor. For a second there, Sagamore looks over like, what the? And you're like, oh. Unfortunately, you know that you're going to owe Neorian a withering look as soon as you have a chance to look back. But right now, you have got something more pressing. So that's it for missile. We're into magic. And I think that's it for because Nargle can't move this round. So then we are the end of round 1, guys. We're on to round 2. Everyone declare their actions, and then Steve, you will be rolling initiative, but wait until you see my result. We're going to wait for everyone. That's probably the easiest way. Is once you see my result, then roll, rather than waiting to see everyone declare. Okay. Okay, nice. Melee. Miss, I'll apologize. Good call. Steve, you're going to beat my 4, please.
4. Going down. Boom!
Hey, nice. So you guys are up first. Either Sagramore or Vargosh, go right ahead. Melee.
All right.
You are weapon specialized, though, so you do get a second attack. That, unfortunately, does not connect.
Oh, and I guess, does that +1 help, or is that expired in the last round?
It expired.
Okay.
Oh, no, unless he is... no, it would have... Yeah, Nargle's not maintaining it in the first phase, so that'll be gone now. You do have a second attack, though, Vargosh? Or you're saving it for second round? Or second phase?
Oh, do you have to wait till second phase?
No, you can...
You can front load.
The advantage to putting the second phase is you can reposition yourself.
Oh,
right?
okay.
You can effectively move your entire movement between the attacks if you want to.
That's all right. Yeah, just warming up here. Warming up.
Okay, so you swing at these things, and they're very, very agile. They're knocking your swords to this or your attack to the side. Sagramore, can you show them how it's done?
That's better.
Ooh, that hits, and you get the sense when you hit this too. It's like hitting plate mail. And your follow-up strike. Oh! I keep seeing that green. Now one, not good. So that one unfortunately goes wild. But you do hit one. You hit it once. And what I'll do is which of the 3 that is engaged with you were you intending to hit?
I think this one that's right in front of me.
Okay, I'll put a little dot on there so you know. Whoopsies, which one has been hit? Okay. So that's it. Now it is the adversary's turn. All right, so the one on you, Vargosh, is going to swing its swords. It misses both times. You've even though your swings with your big mace have been wild, you're keeping it at a distance still, so it's not able to get in and connect. One of the ones on you, Sagramore, it has that burst of energy out again. Give me another saving throw, please, against sorcery. Yes! On fire. That's great. Okay, then the other 2 are just going to attack. You've got one, misses both times. You keep it at bay with your shield. And then the other one only connects once. All right, so you take 6 points of damage from that one, and DR applies. So there is of these things. There's that massive blast of some kind of sorcery on you, and there's this fucking whirlwind of short swords, of blades that are coming in at you. But you're able to keep almost all of them at bay. Maybe this new armor is offering some kind of extra protection. Who knows? So that was it for melee first phase. Missile first phase. Neorian?
All right.
You try and
one. Holy crap. It's not
it's
a 1.
A 2. It's a 2, though. A 2 also. Oh, my gosh. Give me a...
Wow. I've rolled 2 1s and 2 2s so
Good.
far this
Solid.
session.
Give me a D6 roll. Let's see who it's potentially hitting, and then go ahead and make another attack roll.
Wow.
5. Sagramore again. Oh, man. AC 6.
AC 6. I have AC 5 without the shield.
Nice. So this, you hear a ting on the back of your armor as this, it's loud on that tang, as another bolt ricochets off it. You're like, what? Is there someone attacking us from behind?
There is.
Careful, ambush.
We've been ambushed.
Okay, so then it is up to magic. Nargol looks like he's moving first phase. No one else has magic. So Nargol, go ahead and make your move for the first phase.
All right, we'll move. I was trying to move so I could do True Strike. I see now that I should have hit foot.
What's that, Steve? Sorry, I missed some of that.
Oh, I moved because I was going to cast True Strike again, but I realized I should have just kept concentrating, and then I wouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah. What we see is interior. No, we got some privy to Nargol's interior monologue now, so that's good.
Mental note.
Yeah. Okay, so second phase, guys. We have melee. No one has melee. We have missile, second phase. I don't think anyone's got that. We have apologize.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yorin shouts out, sorry. Magic, second phase. Nargol, what are you doing?
Okay, we'll cast a True Strike on, let's say, Sagamore there.
Nice. Okay. True Strike on Sagamore, and then it is movement. So if anyone has any movement on the second phase, go ahead and do that. Anyone does. All right, so it's end of round 2. Top of the round 3, guys, declare your actions. And then, Steve, you are still king of initiative. Wait till you see my result to roll yours. Oh, my God, and Steve, maybe. Oh, I hope you've got tissues handy. Whew. Let's see. We got melee, missile, uninstall Roll20. So you can actually move when you concentrate, Steve. Unlike spellcasting, you can move. So you could do a concentrate and move if you want.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you want to move or not, but you do have that option.
So Steve, you go concentrate and move. Okay.
Beat my 3.
Ooh. So not concentrate. So you can't do move concentrate, but you can do concentrate.
No, you can move and concentrate. The thing is, yeah, it's only when you're casting the spells. If you're casting a spell or if you're casting a cantrip, you can't move afterwards in that same round. But when you're concentrating on it, you're still able to move on the concentrate phase, and you can do a move phase as well. Like all you're really doing is maintaining the existing spell, so it's not quite as it's not as taxing on you. D6 roll, Steve-O. Here we go.
Okay, your 3 is worthless compared to my 2.
Oh, no. All right. So first up is, let's see here. Sagamore, would you kindly give me another sorcery save?
Time for some astonishing fortune.
Nice. You succeed. And then we've got 2. So one of them leaps in, tries to get at you. That's fucking 2 hits.
Wow.
You take, oh my gosh, 5 and 6 points of damage.
So that doesn't quite outright kill me, but it's pretty close.
So they've overpowered you?
So yeah, that's -5 takes me to 1, and then -4 takes me to -3. So I am stable but dying.
So is this where I can use my Astonishing Fortune to cancel one of those hits?
You could, yeah.
Okay.
What happens to narratively justify that? Does he finally shout, "Get down"?
Yeah, he's been shooting so bad he's been watching them, and he yells right at the last second, like, "He's going for your arm!" And Sagamore just in time gets his shield in the way.
Nice. You can ignore the more damaging hit.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, cool. And then the other one that's engaged with you there, Nargol, it attacks, but both of them miss as well, too. You're able to keep it at a distance. Your turn, guys. Melee. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, going for the damaged one.
Yeah, the damaged one is smashed back, and it falls down. Its arm smashed off, part of its metallic innards torn away. Nicely done. 1 down. Oh, my gosh, so close.
So close, like 1 close? Because I have a spell that Nargol's been concentrating on.
He has been. It's still not, unfortunately, not quite there. To give you context, so AC 5 would be chain, and these things, like I've said, they feel more like you're hitting plate, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, great. That is it for melee. Next up is magic. No one's doing magic. Nargul is concentrating. You can move if you want there, Steve-O. I'm not sure if you want to, but
good there.
Oh fuck! Sorry, Neorian. I skipped your melee or your missile.
Oh, yeah, of course. You might as well skip it because we know what's coming next. Holy!
Are you kidding me? And it's a 3.
I've gone up by 1 every roll.
Well, what I prefer to think is Jeff, you've been very helpful in demonstrating that if you roll a 1 or a 2 or a 3, you hit your allies or potentially hit your allies in combat.
Wow.
Fuck me. Give me a D6 roll. Let's see.
It's a good thing you're aiming at this one, though, right? Because, aiming at that one to...
No, it's Hyperborea again. Oh, man. So let's make an attack roll. Look, come on. Miss.
Wow.
Misses. Yes. Okay.
Are there people watching on the channel? Are they just crazy freaked out right now? Because I know I am. I'm already throwing around extra character ideas. So what
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
what was that knight or that paladin that we had?
Yeah. So let's see here. Then that was missile. Steve was concentrating on magic. Now we are up to move. No one is moving in the first phase. So end of first phase, guys. Top of the round, second phase. Nobody has any melee. We have a lot of uninstall Roll20 and design new character options.
Yeah, basically.
Missile in second phase does not happen. Then we have magic second phase. Nobody move second phase. I think it's Nargul and Neorian. If you guys want to move at all or reorient yourself, feel free to do that. We are then on to phase 4. So the more favorable attack rate, guys.
The only thing I really could do...
Kidding me. Oh.
is actually run away.
Yes. The lazy guy. I had one cousin who actually Cork, who a lot of you guys have played with. Corey used to, when we played Robotech back in the day, it basically became just an opportunity for one character to keep killing the other, like the two brothers, two cousins I played with. Corey would try and kill his brother's character. His brother's character would vaporize him with mega damage, which is like 100 times the damage of normal things. And then he would come back with the same character, but it'd be his cousin. So his cousin would keep coming back and then getting killed and keep getting back and getting killed. So it was...
That's how blood feuds start right there. Blood feuds.
It is, yeah. And clearly, you know, what you want when you sign up for a Robotech game is just sibling-based grudge matches. Okay, so missile...
Donate to charity.
I got to do something to keep us alive.
Okay.
Certainly not roll the dice.
You know what you did, Jeff, from your donation from last time, you guys all have one more point of Astonishing Fortune. And also you give me an opportunity. Jeff, very kindly in the last session, made a massive donation to the Heroes Save Villages charity, which is the fundraising charity initiative we run on the channel. So you guys all get a point of Astonishing Fortune for Jeff's generosity.
Wow.
Jeff, you're awesome.
Which you'll need when you see my roll for initiative. So I think it's on to... see, Steve got fired. Jeff got fired. Who has? I guess we're on to you, Arlen.
Okay.
Or Dave. Sorry, it's your turn. Sorry, Dave beat my 5.
Round 4.
Okay, Vargosh has got his actions declared. Nargul, what are you doing this round?
Looking for my character. I will go.
Concentrating again?
Sorry?
Are you concentrating again, or are you going to cast something different?
Yeah, let's go, I guess, magic mode. Or concentrate.
Concentrate, okay. Okay, go ahead, Dave. Beat my 5. Come on. Turns around. This is it. That's not it. That's really not it. Oh, gosh. All right. Let's see here. So, first up.
I'm going to go and... Where's that link for donating on the...
Let's see how things go here first. All right, so first up, we have Once again, that one and lashes out. Sagramore, you're once again, this magic washes over you. Kindly give me a sorcery save.
Oh no.
What are you
I'm tempted to just go down since I'm at such low hit points. But I don't think we can make it if I just go down. So I think I have to use an Astonishing Fortune to save.
Okay. And you know what I'll do? Because this is a dramatic moment. This calls for the big boy. I'll roll each attack individually here. So the first short sword comes slashing in. You've successfully beat one down. You have once again used the faith of your god to shake off that sorceress power. In comes the first sword stroke. Fucking hits. Oh no. 6 points of damage.
Wow.
Anybody got Astonishing?
Now that we have Astonishing Fortune again.
Yeah. Let's see. What would I have done? Well, Kev, does it have to be something my character's done, or is it just a story element?
Give some cool story element. I'm fine with that.
Okay, all these bolts that Neorian's been messing with, the creature actually kind of stumbles on the bolts that are under its feet.
Nice. Yeah. One's fallen down basically right at its feet. So it staggers, and what would have been a strike misses. Now
Just
follow
miss it.
up.
Yeah.
Follow up strike. I rolled an 8. It misses.
I hope an 8 is bad.
Yeah. Boom! Gets up and it.
Yeah, because if he's hitting us with 8s, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Kevin's hitting us with 8s. Everybody roll new characters.
I'm going to set the big one aside, and we've got 2 strikes on Vargosh. Vargosh has been keeping this one at bay. In fact, you know what? This thing is sick of that. Its swords come together, and again, this kind of wash of energy goes across you. Kindly give me a sorcery save. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. All right, Vargosh, you letting it wash over you?
I don't.
Your saves don't go up at that levels, or do they only go up with ability
No,
score?
they go up at level 3, I think. 3 or 4.
Because I am level 3.
Are you level 3?
Oh,
I
if
should
you're
have.
level 3, then you succeeded.
Oh no! Wait, no. I'm only level 2. That's correct.
I
No.
thought you were really close. To
Dang, that was a good
That
move,
would-
Dave.
Yeah.
Could have held it just a second longer and then been like, oh, no, wait, never
Oh,
mind.
aren't I? Come on.
No, I am only level 2.
Oh.
So, what are you doing, Dave? Is this magic? It's seizing up your muscles. You can feel them buckle to fall.
Vargosh does classic Conan, like bears down, grits his teeth, and just like forces through it with sheer willpower.
Oh, okay, awesome. He bellows out. "Rah!" Go ahead and make your attack. That is the it for that. I think it's on the melee, and you guys, I believe, declared melee, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Bam! This thing is reduced to fucking scrap. So Vargosh, yeah! And this bits of metal are smashed, torn, and tattered clothing. That's right. Favorable attack round. It's round 4. Go ahead and make your attack roll again. Let's see if you follow through. Holy shit! Nicely done.
I hit him and his mother.
Yeah. Boom! So this thing's that you can see where that thing's stylized and kind of angular, skull is. It's now got a massive dent inside, and its like teeth are sort of jutting out at a weird, twisted angle, and it seems to be kind of staggered by the force of your blow. Sagramore, can you bring divine justice on these things?
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. Same one or different one?
Same one.
Boom.
Finish him off.
Down. So it's staggered, and you just bring, with full momentum, a swing around, and blam, you see sparks fly from this thing's metallic neck as you sever it, and clank, the metallic skull hits the ground. Boom. One more follows through. Let's see. That hits. Boom. And this other one is struck, and there's now sparks and that same kind of energy that you saw that it was pulsing out with its sword. It's kind of playing across it. Wow. All right. So I think that is the end of melee. Missile. Neorian.
Here we go. Can he not screw it up? A 4.
That is not going to hit, but it doesn't hit anybody this time. So there's that. Yeah. So this thing ricochets off of its, hits like passes into its cloak, and then kind of, ricochets up. Then we are onto magic. Nargle, what were you planning on doing this round? Are you just concentrating? Or are you casting something different?
I think I will concentrate.
What was that, Steve? I didn't quite catch up.
Concentrate, please.
Concentrate. Okay, cool. So Vargosh, you're still surrounded by this empowering mist. Then we are on to move, which I think is nobody. Top of the round, second round, melee. That's nobody. Then missile, second phase, nobody. Magic, second phase, nobody. Move, second phase. I don't think anybody. End of the round. Round 5. Dave?
Do you get anything for flanking?
If you attack from back, you get +2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and I think it's facing Sagramore, so you'll get that bonus. Okay, guys, that is the end of round 4. We're up to the top of the round, round 5. Everybody declare your actions. Arlen, now you are rolling initiative, so let's wait for everyone to declare. Ooh. And we will reveal what you need to beat. Holy smokes. Nice. That's very optimistic, Neorian.
He's got this. He's totally got this.
For those that are listening at home, Neorian has declared missile, celebrate, and loot as his 3 actions. Awesome. The word that is actually coming off your lips there, Vargosh, is this.
Gorham?
Gorham! Okay, and then Nargle, what are you doing this round? Concentrating again?
I'm going to whip out my sling and sling that thing.
You're going to sling that thing?
That's right.
Outstanding. I can't wait to see someone hit by a sling.
Kev, is that,
I'm not even sure what's going on here. Hold on here.
What's that, Steve?
I'm not entirely sure what the roll here. I have a sling in my thing, but
slinging thing. Jeez.
slinging his thing around.
Let me
Hoping
see
to
here.
scare somebody.
Wrong characters. Where are we here? There we go.
Nargo,
Nargo,
like mine, you did a sling for your thing.
Okay, so your sling, let's see here. Your dex is a 16, which means you're going to get +1 to hit with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get +1 to hit. The damage with a sling is, where is it here? 1d4. Put in there, 1d4. Okay. And you got 20 bullets. Okay, so I think, Steve, if you click on your sling attack, that should make the attack for you. Don't do it. Well, let's test it out first. Okay, so that's actually, that would have missed your allies as well as your enemies. So, okay, so then you're going on missile. Is that right, Steve-O?
That's right. Yeah, missile. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll declare missile, and then that, and then once his is entered there, Arlen, beat my 2. Yes. All right. You guys are up first. We got Vargosh and we got Sagramore on melee. Oh, Sagramore. Nice. Bang! And this thing staggers back a bit. It is near, I think you actually sever one of its arms. And more of that stuff is spraying out. Vargosh, not quite good enough. Even with the back, this thing seems to be, it's almost as if it has senses in the back of its head. So you swing down, and it's just not there when your thing swings through. Missile.
So that's like hitting AC 5, unfortunately. Damn.
Yeah. So Nargle and Neorian, you guys are on missile. Oh no, hold on. This thing gets to go first. All right, now I am gonna roll. Whoopsies. I'm gonna roll. No, not morale, because these things never break morale. I am going to. I'm gonna roll randomly again. I'm gonna see who, because I think it might Vargosh. It just kind of smashed through at least 2 of the other ones. Nope, it is very intense on Sagramore. So Sagramore. Well, where's the big one? Where is it? Here we go. I'm one more time with feeling here. This dice likes you. It likes you. Now that I've said it out loud, let's see if it continues. Not 20.
Does anybody have Astonishing Fortune left?
Yeah, I think Nargle is going to give you a bump out of the way.
Nargle, what are you thinking? He's got a natural hit on Sagramore.
Yeah, like critical.
Hey, Sagramore's almost dead. Okay, let's. I still like to use my astonishing.
So what happened there, Steve? I didn't quite catch that.
I said yes, absolutely. I think I can use my astonishing fortune on that there.
What happens in the fiction? Like what do we see that for the astonishing fortune intervening?
Absolutely. So what happens is Nargle's pretty quick with those ball bearings of his. So he takes his shot off of just before the other guy strikes, and then knocks him off, kills him.
Okay, nice. Maybe you toss one. You're getting your sling out. You're about to get it. You see him coming in. You're like, whoa! So this thing kind of ting, and Sagramore, it ends its stroke. Like you basically feel the wind of whew, the stuff passes just right near your throat. Your effort to try and take it down left you way open, and this thing's so much faster than what you are. But whew, it misses just narrowly. All right, guys, we are on missile now. So Neorian and Nargle, go ahead and make your missile attacks, guys.
What do we think?
Woo! The first one counts. But the damage from the second one.
All right, so Nargle, that's a nat 1. So fortunately, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Neorian does hit. So here's the upside. The thing is down. Now I need Nargle. I think the only Sagramore. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna let Steve. Would you kindly roll a d6 here? 1 to 3, it hits Sagramore. 4 to 6, it hits Vargosh. Okay. So click on your sling one more time.
Click on my thing. Here we go. Boom.
So fortunately, you know what I think happens, Steve, is that so you saw it just like you said. You saw this thing was going to take Nargle down. You toss your first bullet out, so it just kind of jerks back a bit. You get the other one ready, but as you're slinging your spinning the sling around, it just sort of falls out of it, and you're not able to really get it off. Fortunately, as this thing sort of corrects and it's about to come in on you again, Sagramore, you see this bolt kind of like lodges right in its skull. And you see that baleful light inside flutters, dies, and then wow, it falls to the ground, a heap of scrap metal. And at that point, Sagramore falls to his knee.
Can I add a minor director's cut edit to how Nargle's sling went off? So Nargle got rid of his sling at the first bullet to try and distract the other guy. And when he was swinging the other one, he got so excited that he helped Sagramore avoid death that he fired it straight up in the air, and it smokes the ceiling, and then you get that cinematic dust falling down on his face in disgust.
Yes. Sounds good. All right. I'll give you a point of astonishing fortune for that. That's funny.
Oh,
all right. So, guys.
We're burning through that shit today.
What's that?
We're burning through the astonishing fortune oil today.
That's what happens when you're suddenly down 2 party members. Well, I guess only one.
4 of those.
Yeah, the berserker.
4 of those.
I would like to point out that Neorian was very prophetic there.
Yeah. Yep.
Prophetic?
Prophetic.
Yeah, not pathetic.
Not pathetic. Well, he was pathetic too, but
okay. So, guys,
right.
as this last drops to the ground, you can hear, the thing kind of fades away. And Sagamore, you can look down, and you noticed this before, but remember there was that little symbol that was etched onto the blades of that ruined, acid-scarred creature that you found in that first big room, and then the one that Vargosh took down. It had the same symbol, which was kind of a curled, fiery comet. Mm-hmm. That same mark is on the swords of these things. And you just kind of know that this is some kind of holy symbol. This is a mark of either making or belonging from some deity. So what are you guys doing now?
Well, the first thing is Sagamore took 2 swigs of the health potion and got 6 hit points back.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
And probably ought to just finish it off, but he's going to save it.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Gathering my bolts and looting. Like, is there anything to loot off these bodies or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll loot.
Oh, sorry. Is there anything to loot? No, there is not.
There's nothing to loot.
Okay. Take those short swords. They seem to be made of the same metallic, same material that these things are made out of, but they're just effectively short swords. There's nothing particularly special about them. These things don't carry any like jewels or even like containers that could carry any other kind of supplies. These things seem to be wearing identical robes. They seem to be made. This is the first time you've had a couple of them to compare, and they all seem identical. Like, not like, boy, these things look an awful lot alike. Like, the level of craftsmanship that's gone in. Remember, this is a pre-industrial world, right? The level of perfection between these things is unlike anything you've ever seen. Does anyone have any kind of blacksmithing or anything like that as a secondary profession?
Weaponsmithing.
So that's what you notice here, Vargosh. You kind of pick them up, and you're looking at these short swords, and they're identical. Like, if this was made by a mortal hand, this is made by these swords themselves are not particularly impressive. There's nothing great about the the weight of them or whatever. What is the thing that is uncanny is they are identical. You can hold them up. The pommels are in the exact same place. The length of the blade is the exact same place. Where the tang is along the middle ends at the exact same place across all, 8 of the swords.
There's something otherworldly about this place.
Yeah, he's checking all the swords out and actually measuring them, putting them on the side. Like, wow, these are perfect clones of each other.
Yeah.
Exact matches. And what kind of metal is it?
It's some alloy of iron and something or other. There doesn't appear to be anything like it's about the same weight and texture as steel, but it has that same kind of darkish oily quality that the skull has. So let's just take a look at that thing again. Where is it?
I think I'm going to take a pair of these.
Sure. So they do.
I'm wondering, actually, since I know weaponsmithing, how many of these do you think he would need if he wanted to try and melt them down and make himself a bastard sword?
Oh,
3?
I think probably 3 would probably give you enough for the blade and then the whatever. Yeah, certainly.
How heavy are these?
No heavier. Oh, you mean for weight wise, encumbrance wise? Oh, it's not on. Give me a second. It'll be in the player's thing.
I'm on the equipment page. I can look at that. If they're slightly different than short swords, I can.
No, it's identical. It'll be whatever the weight of short swords are.
Okay, 3. So I'm actually going to take 4 in case I screw something up. That's
Now, here's the thing that is you're gonna have to sort of work around. There's no scabbard for these things. It actually, as a weaponsmith, I think you'll probably be able to pick this up as well. But the swords themselves seem to fit into their arms, like their forearms. There's a channel that sort of runs them along, and they disappear right into the forearms. Although that makes sense, because remember when you encountered that first one, it did that thing where it sort of like shook its hands, and then phew, the sword sort of like sprung into their hands.
Well, then he'll wrap 4 swords up in a bundle with the cloaks, and
sure, yeah, that's great.
Tie them up, and then strap them into his backpack so he can play with the metal later. It's intriguing.
Done. Yep, done and done. Okay. What are you guys going to do now? You get the sense there may have been someone else with you, but you maybe not. I'm picturing that every time that we sort of transition between sessions and people fade in, fade out, or whatnot, there's sort of like fading echoes of voices you hear, and then you can remember hearing them, and then like waking from a dream, it just is gone right away. If you were refreshed with their voices, you may remember them, but for now, once again, it's just the 4 of you. What are you guys doing?
How are you feeling, Sagamore? You look a little beat up still.
He's calling you weak.
I'll be all right.
I'm calling you tank, is what I'm calling.
You're right. One second, let's grab something.
I have no healing potions left.
Nor do I.
I'm just gonna go ahead and down the rest of the one that I drank most of, and there we go.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that.
There we go. Sagamore is back in action. So do we want to check the rooms where they came out of?
So they came out of each of these ways, and then there's this room down here also.
I say we check where they came out of first. That way we don't encounter something else.
Okay.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I love that you guys went opposite directions. That's so good. Okay, so you guys are moving forward. Go ahead. Just move yourself forward like square by square, and I'll tell you when to stop. Okay.
Tell you when you're dead.
I'll tell you when the trap square comes up. So as you make your way along there, Sagamore, let's just pause for a moment to talk about what this looks like. So along here, the walls are filled with more carvings of Irvin Roslar. More sort of stuff that is to triumph his victories. And again, like just to remind all of us, you still have this very, that there was a betrayal in Roslar's past, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how does this make you feel as you're seeing this stuff now? The heroic, everything is presented in as heroic and as epic a manner as possible.
Well, I think there's a sort of sense almost that there's a really kind of ironic symbolism to the fact that I don't use a rapier, and that's what's displayed all over the place as the weapons of this Roslar, and that there's something that sort of in my mind standing as like almost like if we had been real knights, we would have used long swords. This is all like a fantasy of what knighthood is like. Because that's what paladins come with.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. You can continue. Oh, you get a point of astonishing fortune for that, and go ahead and inch yourself forward. Nargol, you're being left behind there, bud. Is that your intent?
No.
No. I don't know, Steve. I like rolling for random encounters. If you nothing motivates a player like the threat of a random encounter. Okay, so here's what happens as you make your way into that room there. So you can see that in this room, there to your right there. Well, actually, you can't quite see that far in. There's a large statue here of a proud knight with flowing hair and a large mustache, tucked into an alcove to your left. And in his hand is a downward-facing, oversized sword. Now, the difference here is that the sword itself is made of metal. The statue is stone, but the sword itself is crafted from steel.
Well, I'm going to lead the way up to this sword.
Okay. So you make your way up to the sword, and this is kind of a hand and a half sword. So you would characterize this game mechanics. This is a bastard sword, and this thing is clutched downward, and you can see Roslar sort of his eyes are looking up. As you guys move your way in here, and Neorian, I imagine you picked up your torch again.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you can see the torchlight that you've got is actually flickering off to your right there. Let's just quickly click on it. See what you can actually see here. Sorry, I looked away from the mic. Okay, so you can see to your right there, there are two doors. Those are grand metallic double doors. And on the statue, there is a plaque that reads Irvin Roslar, Paladin, Hero, Martyr.
Is he really a martyr?
Well,
Asking Sagamore.
He died, yes.
But this place makes him seem like not the betrayer we've been told.
I think there may be a measure of some unreliable narration that went on when Roslar's exploits were being told to whoever built this.
Do you guys find anything? I mean, in general, I mean, obviously there's a lot of little like things in here and that you've encountered. Is there anything in general unusual about this tomb?
Besides everything?
Besides everything, yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, the hugeness is definitely a big...
What's the purpose of a tomb?
To bury the dead?
Right.
This is like a marketing campaign.
Could be. So if that's the express purpose of the tomb, what's unusual about this one?
We haven't seen his body, or is...
We haven't seen any graves, have we? Or any?
Yeah.
Well, we have seen some graves. We saw his horse's skeleton, and we saw some other skeletons, but his sarcophagus itself was empty.
Right.
How good is the sword that's in the statue? Like, can I take a look
Yeah,
at
your
it?
weaponsmith. Now this is masterful. This is truly a work of art. It has carved onto it. There are the symbol of the sort of the paired rapiers on it. This is something that is quite special. And it's clasped in his stony hand.
Sagamore, would you be offended if we made use of this fine piece of weaponsmithing?
Interesting.
So I think Sagamore is going to reach out and see if he can't pull it down to hold on to it.
It's clutched firmly in his stony grip. You can try and break it if you like.
Yeah, I realized that we could break it, but that seems a little
So you
more
kind of grip
than grabbing it.
Let go. What are you thinking?
Well, so my first thought was if there was another mechanism that would just give it up, then that seems like that's fair game to take it. The idea of breaking a statue of Roslar's hands so that we can take his sword seems kind of less
What if the statue were to accidentally break?
So So you, Fargosh, let's see here. So you look around, and you're looking like top to bottom here. There does not appear to be any moving parts to this statue, at least none you can see.
Well, though we might want Neorian to be the one who looks because he's the thief class.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe
out.
there's something also in. Maybe there's something in another room too.
Let me investigate the statue.
What is your manipulate traps? I'll use that for this.
Oh God, I don't know.
Level
I don't think I recorded it.
Level 1, right?
What's that?
Level 1?
Yeah. No, I'm level 2.
Level 2 now. Okay.
Didn't I
Yeah.
go to level 2? Yeah, I did. I just didn't change.
Okay. So, Neorian, you get in there and do a thorough search as well too. You're confident that there's no mechanism in place here that would
Right.
release that.
Completely non-mechanical device.
In fact, like you're kind of like looking at this piece because of where the outstretched arm is and where the sword is placed. You're hard pressed to guess how they got the sword in there.
Oh.
Magically.
I'm examining it dangerously roughly, possibly.
Yeah. So dangerous roughly. Give me a strength feat, please.
All right.
Which should be comical with your
test of strength?
Nope.
Feat of strength. Okay, here we go. Do. Wait, what?
What?
Did I just get a 6 on a 1D100?
That actually might succeed. What's your strength? What's your strength, Neorian?
13.
Yeah, your starting feat of strength is an 8.
Wow.
So you get up there and you kind of look at this thing and you scramble up and you're like, And you guys are all watching him do this, and you've seen him do his studied thing with a couple of the doors before too. And then he kind of looks at it. He rears back with his foot and boom, hits it with the end of his hand or end of his heel, and it breaks the hand off of it, and it bam, falls to the ground. The sword is now free with the hand secured around the hilt. Sword's out now. What do you say, Neorian?
Oops.
I think that's more of a...
I don't think there's a mechanism.
Jeez. Okay. So that drops to the ground. What are you doing?
He's kind of like trying to do the comical thing of trying to put it back.
Okay. So you grab it and you pick it up and sort of like try to pretend to push the thing back, and it's just not.
You can get it to just sort of balance there or sit there and.
Vargosh, what are you doing?
Eventually, he just sheepishly gives the sword to Sagamore.
Okay, so Sagamore, you now have this hand and a half sword with a stone hand broken at the wrist or broken off at the wrist, clasped around this thing.
Well, I guess if it's mostly broken already, I'm going to try to wrench the hand off.
You can't wrench it off, but I'll bet you if you smash it against the ground, you could probably.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you can easily do that. Boom, 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 boom. It's now free.
Neorian picks up the little rock pieces of his hand and sort of puts them back, sort of balancing on the statue to make it look like it's part of the statue again as best he can. He knows it's horrible, but all the pieces are back there.
Oh gosh, it's cursed. It's a curse.
Vargosh takes his broken frickin' bastard sword from before, and he puts the pieces underneath in front of the statue, kind of like here you go. Here's a replacement for you.
So the sword has now been freed. The hand has been broken off. What are you doing, Sagamore?
Well, I'm gonna concentrate and detect evil on it.
Yeah.
It seems like if there was anything that got evil through Roslar's.
So again, just as a refresher,
grace.
if there was some kind of possession, possessed creature in it, then and that there, or if it had if it was an intelligent weapon that had evil intent, that's what you would detect. It would not detect it's cursed.
Okay.
Just as an FYI.
Okay. Well, I still want to check.
Yeah. No, I definitely
don't see anything.
So you place the thing in front of you, and then there's a flash of your divine power again. Does not appear to be any evil associated with this. So Vargosh, you see him do this. You're kind of watching back and forth as he's studying this thing, and he breaks the stone hand off of it. He places it on the altar and kind of does that aura thing that he's done so many times before. What do you say, Sagramore?
I cannot sense any evil on this blade, and it seems a waste to let it rot here in Roslar's tomb.
Agreed. It's fine craftsmanship.
And seeing as how it
Fine,
accidentally
no,
fell
probably
into our hands, no one could blame us for taking it.
Yeah. Steve, you
Little halfling, do accidents follow you around often?
Yes, and some people even fall dead around me sometimes.
I remember.
Steve, as a refresher, I think you learned the sense magic cantrip last time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So it's, Nargle's nose is going. So he goes over and starts sniffing this blade that has been retrieved from the statue. Nargle, this thing's enchanted.
I slowly sense was saying, this blade is enchanted.
Ooh. Nice. So Vargosh, it appears that you have some kind of enchanted blade now too. Oh, Vargosh, you stepped away. Okay. So guys, looking around, there appears to be those two big double doors. What do you want to do?
We should check those other rooms first.
Check the room that we passed.
Check the one to the north of us, and then the door that we didn't open in the previous, where we fought the skeletons.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, move yourselves, guys.
Neorian points to the guy carrying the brand new magic sword. Go ahead.
With the shiny new armor and the shiny shield?
Okay. So you guys, this corridor is nearly identical to the one that you passed in the south. It's got the same carvings on the side that seem to display the heroic achievements of Irvin Roslar. And
Neorian also says it would be helpful if we'd find some kind of a crossbow of aiming.
Okay. So this door, you guys get up to this door. Who is going to open it? Oh, so Nargle and Neorian are in the other room still.
Yeah, I think we're waiting for them to show up.
We're coming. We're there in Spears.
I'm hidden behind my character.
We're coming. All right.
Oh, I can't teleport. I have to go down the hallway. Really? That's weird. It's like a wall.
I love it. Okay. Tell me how you're opening this door, guys.
How about I open it for you, Vargosh?
Okay. I'll back up a bit, and if I have to charge in, I'll...
Okay. So you get this sword ready. Sagamore, do you wear gauntlets?
Yes.
Okay. So you place your gauntleted hand on the door. Creaks. And you just like throw it open suddenly?
Yeah.
Guys, this is what you see. 1, 2, 3. So Vargosh, the door is thrown open. I like the peekaboo. Peekaboo. So what you see in there is a small dry font that juts from the southern wall of this room. In the center, which is in the center of a mural depicting the interior of a chapel. And on the west wall hangs a large square mirror with ornate gold frame. This is the first time you guys have actually seen yourselves. And there's a weird, like, familiarity but unfamiliarity that you see as you're looking at each other.
Hey, Nargle, you don't want to come in here.
What's kind of, yeah, what's kind of going through your minds here, guys?
Just, it's kind of strange that we've seen nothing like this, anything ornamental even, in the entire place. And now we found a room that's got a gilded mirror.
Yeah.
Do we look in the mirror and see Roslar and his lieutenant?
You see yourselves. You see exactly as you guys appear. Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to find one thing. You look in the mirror there, Sagramore, and seeing yourself and seeing your accoutrements and whatnot all in full way, there is an aphorism that comes to your lips. And I'll let you say it, because it's...
For victory, for the heart.
And that just fills you with confidence, with the sort of zeal that comes from the highly religious. You know as well that this is, it's kind of like an all-purpose sort of chant for you. This is something that you could say charging into battle. You could say it when you are whispering a small prayer of contrition, you know. In fact, looking around, do you think that this may actually be some, an actual holy place? Or at least it was intended to be.
So this is the font?
Yeah, that's where there would be water.
Yeah. So Sagamore, was Roslar's religion a good religion? Do we know?
How do you whisper again? Is it /whisper?
/W?
Is that what it is? Okay.
/W.
Here we go. Yeah, and then I
start typing the person's name as it is in the game.
Cool. Thanks, Dave.
Yes, Roslar's god was good. Roslar himself is more complicated.
So this would have been a font of some kind of good aligned holy water or some kind of something of that nature.
Sorry, guys, I had to quickly type something to one of you. Although you wouldn't think it would take that long to just type out "you are dead."
You are going.
And Nargle comes racing around the corner.
Nargle's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
All right, Sagramore is gonna draw his sword and take the wooden holy symbol that he doesn't know the name of from around his neck and hang it across from the hilt, hold it downturned and kneel down with the sword in front of him. And he says, "Inheritor, I pray for guidance and for protection and for the strength and wisdom to follow your teachings."
Sagramore, You gain 1 casting of the Bless spell as divine power fills you.
Mm.
You have a name for your goddess now. Inheritor. Okay, and there is a bit of a like a halo, and for the first time that since you guys have been in here, and it's only the absence of it that really makes you notice it. The cold and wet, damp, the chill that seems to have been following you through every quiet moment in this seemingly forgotten or abandoned tomb, it actually leaves you. What are you guys going to do?
Feel empowered, I guess. Head out.
Yeah.
So we've been everywhere on this level except to those double doors. I say we head there.
Okay. Okay. You get ready to throw the doors open. Let me check. Do you want me to move you over there, Neorian, just for sake of ease? There you go.
Oh, yeah. Because of the...
Hey, Neorian, you want to do that door checky thing you do?
Absolutely.
Okay, guys. You get to those doors. How are you opening them?
Is that what you do?
One hand on each of them, push them apart.
Okay. So you push them apart. Let me see if I load. I load something here that I wanted to.
Do you lean forward and push them apart like Aragorn going into...
Oh, yes, of course.
Nice. Look who you're talking to, of course.
I do that at the mall all the time.
Oh, geez. Okay. So you guys make your way to the door there, and Sagamore, you lean in, and as in Two Towers, there's this creaking as these large metallic doors are and pushed open. Now, as the doors open, your jaws drop at what stretches before you. Because what stretches before you is a small valley out beyond a rocky pass. Winding stands of gray trees and tumble-down walls mirror the layout. Sorry. The landscape outside is bathed in grim moonlight. Dead trees adorn pale, rolling hills, each of which is covered with gravestones that march away to the dark horizon. The moon above is impossibly large and looks down on you as a glowering skull. Now, Nargle, would you kindly give me a D6 roll, please? And Sagramore, you can give me a D6 roll as well. Okay. For both of you know this. You don't know where you are. You know you are not among the realms that you once knew. This is probably unnecessary to say, but this is not your home. The gravel of the rope kind of pathway that leads away from this tomb, and you can step away and see it now, and it is indeed a tomb. What stretches away, it comes up in small, fine powder, as if it was something ground and laid down. The grass around is blanched and dead, though seemingly still there, hardy, and does not break. The trees seem to moan in the wind, back and forth, as if displeased with your sudden imposition into their empty space. What do you guys make of this?
Nargul would like to make a smell check, please.
A smell check?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, so just as a refresher, the sense magic cantrip, the only thing it detects is magic, like enchanted items or enchanted things.
What about using his intelligence to sniff the aromas in the room? That's not going to work. All right. Okay. Nargol withdraws in deep contemplation.
Okay, so he sort of looks around and his hood, comes over his head. What about the rest of you guys? What do you make of this?
Did we get any more of our memory back of like who we are, where we're from? So we don't necessarily think this is out of place, or
you definitely think it's out of place. You know that this doesn't feel right.
Okay, so it doesn't feel right, but
yeah,
I don't know what I'm missing.
Well, looks like we have a goal again. First it was get out of the tomb, and now it's get out of the valley.
Did we see every place in this tomb?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Did we? I thought we missed the room to the left of the horse's tomb.
You guys can hear the sound of big wings just behind you above the tomb. What do you guys do?
It sounds like we should push the halfling out and see if something scoops him up.
I probably can't stop you.
I'm assuming you guys have stepped outside to get a better vantage.
So just turn around and look up.
You look up, and there is a form that looks the size of a man, but with massive sweeping wings. The dark and kind of diffuse light makes it difficult to make out what this is, but what you can definitely make out is this enormous curved shaft with a long scythe in its hand, or scythe blade. This thing swings around and lands about maybe 80 feet away from you. What you see is this, guys. Strange metallic creature with avian features, seemingly made of a mixture of bone and metal or steel. This thing lands, and it just looks at you with those brass kind of mechanical eyes. And on its shoulder is another strange looking creature. It's this. A bird, but not quite a bird, wearing some bizarre leather mask with a metallic cover over its beak. And this thing it's about the size of like a good-sized raven. It sits on this thing's shoulder, on the taller thing's shoulder. And before you guys, I'm assuming everyone's hands have gone to weapons or readying spells. But this thing, before you can react, the small bird-like thing kind of moves its head back and forth. And as its beak moves, a voice comes out. Or isn't this a meeting of obvious fortuitousness? Here you are, and here we are. My name is Umble, and my silent companion here is Thoot. We mean you no harm. And he's kind of looking, and you can see that side eye of his, which you can't, well, you can see really like the mask. It seems to be looking at each of you. No need to grab weapons.
You'd be the first thing to not mean us harm since we've discovered this place.
So one of my skills is Falconer. So can I hold out my hand like to have it come and fly onto my hand and sit there?
So you hold out your hand, and the Umble, so this thing is first going to respond, or Umble's going to respond to what Vargosh said first. No harm. Despite the strange harmaments that you seem to have already suffered. Yes, such as things in the land of the dead. And no, and you all kind of look at each other. No, you're not dead yourself. You seem to be something of a special case. You seem a touch too vitalanious for this place. It leaps off of Thoot's shoulder, lands on your outstretched arm, Staggermore. And this thing kind of is moving its head in a herky-jerky kind of way, as if it's studying you. Ah, there's a wonderment. Your hearts. Well, your hearts have something lodged inside them. Something that's brought you here, but kept you from doing so in the orthodoximus fashion. I cannot help but ruminate. What's caused your strange condition? So, none of this is familiar to any of you. Why such strangeness in your hearts?
Do you speak literally or figuratively, little bird?
They're one and the same in the land of the dead.
And what can you tell us about this land?
Well, you're in Pharasma's Boneyard, yes? The graveyard of souls. He says, as if you should know what that means.
Those names don't mean anything to us, unfortunately.
It means nothing. Heart's in place, but mind gone. This is as much a mysteriosity to us as to you, I assure you. The customary route is one of considerably more post-mortality than you seem to have. And he seems to be once again studying. Thoot just kind of, moves that massive, like it's like a cartoonishly oversized scythe. Moves from one hand to the other. Though the presentation of Thoot is distinctly not cartoonish. It is quite sinister. Sagramore and Nargle, why don't you guys each give me another D6 roll too? And I actually may have missed someone's chat here, so I saw someone. Oh yeah, okay. Don't let Vargosh speak for the group. Good stuff. Yeah, it's nothing. This stuff, it doesn't make any sense to you.
Well, little birdie, what can you tell us about your friend here? And what does he use that scythe for?
Well, you don't know. We're psychopomps.
Oh.
We are after the dead through to their final resting places.
See. And you come here to collect the dead?
To usher. Psychopomps are the guides of a variety. We usher. We do not create. We do not collect. We are but guides. To you, you seem to be on the road without knowing how you arrived. Strange, strange, strange. Why did you come?
We're wondering the same thing.
Maybe to kill someone.
Who is Roslar?
Roslar? How do you know that name? Are you from Roslar's coffer?
Is this, and gesture behind him, Roslar's coffer?
No. That's a tomb.
Okay.
You know the difference between a tomb and a town, I take it?
I do know the difference between a tomb and a town, yes.
Clever. Cleverness will help you in Pharasma's Boneyard.
But what can you tell us about Roslar?
I can tell you nothing about Roslar. I don't know of whom you speak. The name is unknown to me, other than the town of Roslar's coffer.
Okay, what's Roslar's coffer aside from a town?
And he sort of, Umble sort of turns to Thoot. Thoot sort of, creaks forward. And as he moves, you can kind of picture the mix of like flexing leather mixed with metal grinding on metal. And Umble sort of, his head jerks to the side, bird-like. Ah, Thoot, that's a brilliant idea. You must be from Roslar's coffin. And they're from Roslar's coffer. Perhaps you can help us. If so, we could provide you with some very helpful information about wending your way in a homeward direction. Unless you intend on remaining in Pharasma's Boneyard. Though, unless you are psychopomps, you are not psychopomps, are you?
I don't think so.
And it best not be for you to remain.
Well, these are wise words from the dead. As something nearly dead myself, I respect your compassion.
Compassion is nothing. It is our function. Well, what do you wish to go? Do you wish to go to the town, or do you wish to remain in your tomb?
There's nothing for us here.
Ah, then. Well, some awful tragedy befell this Roslar's coffer. Everyone there died quite suddenly overnight. Well, everyone but you, apparently. But in any case, the sum of the popularity has been deposited here, dead or otherwise. Their souls are milling about in that valley over there. And he kind of cocks his head towards the side. As happens on such calamitous occasions, the inhabitants are not quite ready to admit that they've died, despite their obvious immortality. He kind of shakes. Now, Thoot and I, we're not psychopomps in the greatest esteem. And Thoot kind of, creaks again. One might say we're on our last chances around here. But because these souls have arrived in our territory, it's our duty to make them accept their mortality and move along in a soulward direction. They took one look at us, they called us monsters, and accosted us with homicidal intent. Can you believe such things? The little mask-wearing bird kind of, shakes itself and its feathers on your arm, Sagamore. They wouldn't allow any discussionment. Now, eventually, more powerful psychopomps will be along to settle this all out. But Thoot and I, will be in a terrible amount of trouble in light of this failing. Here's our propositionality. If you convince these souls they have expired, as until the recent event of their passing that you've somehow avoided, you were among their kind, apparently. We can tell you about the dead roads. The roads from the Boneyard to the mortal worlds. That is. He sort of repositions himself on your arm there, Sagramore. Looks at you. Have we a deal?
Sagamore kind of looks around to everybody else.
Umble says, "I wish to discuss such things," and he flitters up and lands on Thoot's shoulder. "We shall give you mortals a moment." He kind of shakes, and Thoot takes up, leaps into the sky, and disappears behind the tomb. "We will give you moments. Consider the offer." So what do you guys make of this?
Vargosh is like, so does anybody know how to convince a soul that they've expired?
No idea. Certainly not my area of expertise.
Better read up on our Thomas Aquinas so that we can make some arguments to them. That sounds like fun.
All of you hear the name Roslar's Coffer. That suddenly clicks. Sagamore, you've had the feeling that you've known Roslar's name and whatnot, but remember how I mentioned that all of you guys recognized the name Roslar, but you had no connection with this guy? Roslar's Coffer, that has meaning for you. And it's got an emotional connection for you. But it's that kind of like sinking feeling, that pit in the bottom of your stomach, the bottom of your gut. And you don't know why, but the prospect of returning there is just, it's kind of eating you up. You know, there's no other, I suppose, no other option, but there's something that you're going to learn there, you feel, that is not going to be easy. So what do you guys say? You guys are all kind of looking at each other. This is, I imagine, playing through your mind.
I vote we take them up on the offer.
Sure. We seem trapped here as is, and they seem to know more about what's going on here than we do.
Good call.
Vargosh goes, seems to be our only choice.
Nargle? What do you make of this?
Very well. I feel a kinship with this bird. I wish to know more.
Okay. Now, what do you guys make of the whole something lodged in your heart thing? Because he said he was being both metaphorical and not metaphorical.
Yeah, like, can we look in and see what's going on? Like,
there's no physical, if you sort of move your armor to the side and look, there's not a mark on you.
Well, we know that the heart has a real connection with Roslar, right? That it's a big thing for his party. Yeah. So it seems like metaphorically it could have to do with. It's likely to have to do with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we could have the tip of a rapier broken off in our hearts. That would be exciting.
Interesting.
Would I need some kind of energy creating thing, magnet thing to pull the metal fragments away so I don't die?
Okay. So guys, we'll end with Thoot. You know, if you guys, do you call Thoot and Umble back or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They land now closer to you. And Umble says, "You've considered then?"
Well,
Let's see.
we're prepared to take you up on your offer.
Excellent. Convince the misguided souls of Roslar's coffer that their ultimate destination awaits them, and we will show you the path through the dead roads.
Time to put my high charisma to use.
Okay. So, as you guys, what Umble says is, down the road, into the valley, you will find your way.
Vargosh
see-
asked if he has any idea how we convince them.
You know them. They know you. I trust your words will carry sufficient weight.
My mace has weight too.
The goddess of graves be with you. And Sagamore, you actually notice on that scythe, there is a symbol that's been carved into the very blade. That symbol is a curling comet turning in on itself. So we'll leave the session, guys, with our heroes turning and beginning to make their way down the dry and dusty roads through the Boneyard, destined for the dead town of Roslar's coffer. So we get out of the game here, guys, and we will make with the outro. Okay, let's get out of here. Stop sharing. Boom. Roll20 just does not want to quit. That's great. All right. Okay. So for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for episode 5, I think, of episode 5 of the Beneath the Boneyard campaign. Our heroes have ventured forth. They finally made their way out of Roslar's tomb. What awaits them in what remains of Roslar's coffer, we'll find out Friday night. So, as always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I will endeavor to respond in a timely fashion. Alternatively, you can reach me on Twitter, and you can also reach me by email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com as well. Just a quick shout out to we are playing through Ron Lundine's very, very cool The Dead Roads adventure. So this is obviously using a different system, but this is coming from something that you can pick up from Paizo. It's a very, very cool adventure. In addition, you may notice, if you want to find more content from the Dungeon Musings channel, you can also find me on the Dungeon Musings podcast, which you can find at all of your favorite podcast providers, cleverly named Dungeon Musings as well. In addition, you may notice that we have a link, and we mentioned this earlier in the episode, but there's a link in the description of the video to something called Heroes Save Villages. This is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel, and we're into the last week of the charity raffle that we will be drawing on July 1st. So this is a charity raffle where every $25 that is donated to the campaign gets you one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other many prizes that we've got. I actually need to email tonight back to Monty Cook Games because I heard from them Monday that they're going to be donating something as well too. We've got PDF copies of Numenera, the 2 Numenera core books that they've also agreed to donate for that. But the grand prize is the massive platinum edition from Beetle and Grimm, the platinum edition Dragon Heist box set. This is originally a $500 US product. It's huge. It has a bunch of great stuff in it, including a bunch of handouts, a bunch of maps, a bunch of adventures, a bunch of monster cards, a DM screen, miniatures. It's just awesome. And shot glasses, 4 collapsible little shot glasses in it as well too. That is the grand prize. But in addition to that, the other prizes include a copy of the most recent Sinister Silver edition of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh, also by Beetle and Grimm. That there in the canvas bag there, that's my copy, but Beetle and Grimm donated another brand new copy, still in its packaging, still in its bubble wrap, that you can also win. You can also win copies of the core rulebooks from RuneQuest Glorantha, from Legend of the Five Rings, from Fantasy Flight. You can win both core rulebooks for Delta Green, the rulebooks for the Rippers game for Savage Worlds, the Warhammer Fantasy 4th Edition rulebook from Cubicle 7, which was generously donated by them, a complete PDF library for the Conan 2D20 game, and the complete library for the Star Trek Adventures 2D20 game, both donated by Modifius. Copies of the Night's Black Agents and 2nd edition Mutant City Blues donated by Pelgrane Press. Gosh, what else? Bunch of great stuff. And there's a bunch of other smaller prizes as well. So every donation that is made goes directly to help SOS Children's Villages International, which is a really terrific charity that provides benefits and support for orphan and abandoned children. They do this amazing thing where they build villages and they staff it with young women who help provide families and stability for children who would otherwise be lost to very, very difficult circumstances. Which is a really mild way of putting, they would effectively be lost. SOS Children's Villages is active in over 130 different countries and benefits over 80,000 children. Any money that's donated goes directly to them. There's no middleman. So any money that's donated, not only does it give you a chance to win some very, very cool stuff, it really helps out a terrific charity that helps kids. And for those of us who love our games, what better beneficiary can there be than kids? And the villages that you're donating to help support are these very villages that SOS Children's Villages International builds. So if you want to learn more about SOS Children's Villages as well, you can learn more by clicking through the link. Otherwise, that's it. You got from now until July 1st to make your donations to get a chance to win that stuff. On July 1st, I'll be doing a live draw. So it might be quite late because I think I'm quite busy that day, but the draw will be done live and we're rolling randomly to see who wins. So it'll be very gamer appropriate. Last but not least, I want to thank my players. Guys, Arlen, Dave, Jeff, Steve, thanks for playing some games with me on Wednesday. I will look forward to seeing, I think, all of you on Friday as well. Most of you, some of you, don't know. Dave's iffy. Dave may want to have a life on the long weekend. So
I'm going to Cranbrook tomorrow, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, for today, guys, thank you so much for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to exploring more of the Boneyard with you guys in the next session. So,
yeah, we're not beneath the Boneyard anymore.
No.
We're in the Boneyard now.
It's just a question of whether I'm going to put you beneath the Boneyard again. So with that, for those listening at home, for those who are joining us later, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please click a like. That apparently helps with our numbers somehow. If you enjoyed the session, you want to see more, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon, which will give you a notice for when we're going live with the games. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, happy gaming.